Hello again, witches. I decided I'm going to share a sex magic ritual that I did years ago, but it worked really well. A friend of mine came to me looking for a job spell, a good job spell that would pay well in his field. Well, I worked on it for a long time, putting the ritual together. I can't remember all of it. I wrote it down, but I can't find my books of where I wrote it down. Anyway, it went from, I had made a sigil for prosperity and hung it above my altar. I had us to take a ritual bath and speak of prosperity in the bath. We dried each other off. I can't remember everything, but I included the five-fold kiss, which I haven't heard anything about in a while. I included, I bought a some pork chops, and I tilted the package up so all the blood would run to the corner, poked a hole in it, and emptied the blood into a vessel. So that was there on my altar. And I pricked both our fingers and bled a couple of drops in the blood. And the whole time we're speaking prosperity, I can't remember everything. I want to find that ritual so bad because it worked so good. Of course, we ended up, candles were lit, incense burning. I had candles in all the directions. We called the quarters, everything, the whole thing. And then, of course, we had sex. And during sex, he was having a little trouble because he was giggling. But I told him, concentrate on prosperity. So as we're having sex, we're saying prosperity, and things like that. And he finally orgasmed. So I took and reached inside myself and got our mixture of orgasm on my fingers, dipped it in the blood, and then smeared it on the sigil. I, of course, after we did our thing there, prosperity, I burnt the sigil and sent it off to make things happen. Well, I gathered all the stuff from the ritual that we had done and put it together that needed to be disposed of and put it all in a bag, but he didn't take it with him. I told him he needs to bury it in his backyard, but he never would take it with him. He got a job in Salem, Massachusetts, but he was able to do it over the computer. He was able to do his job from here in California, and it paid really well and everything. He was so happy with the results of that spell, that ritual, and I was too. He brought me over all these twinnies to hang on my money tree and a beautiful altar cloth. His wife is a witch too, but for some reason she didn't do the spell. They asked me to do it. But they rewarded me. Lovely. And he kept that job good for a while, and then things started happening. I said, I told you, you need to bury this. You need to bury it to make it totally complete. And he never did bury it, so guess what? He lost the job. But if I ever find that, I'm going to fill you in on everything I did. I could redo another one. It was from scratch, not out of a book anywhere. So it doesn't have to be out of a book to work. In fact, out of a book probably isn't going to work unless you make the spell yours. Put you into that spell. Okay, well, that's a short one, but I just had a hankering to tell you about it. I've got someone coming over that I may try to do a little sex spell with. Not tonight because it hasn't been planned. And I'm getting a book in the mail about, it's going to list the daily phases and retrogrades and all of that. I'll show it to you when I get it. It's supposed to come today. So I would like to use, if it works with what I'm doing, I'd like to use the planets and such and the retrogrades in my favor. Okay, witches, love you all. Please subscribe and like. Help me keep this going. I'm getting better every time. Just that bit of slurring because of the stroke. As long as you can understand me, I'm going to keep putting out videos. Thank you, witches. Bye-bye.